Alberta is inching closer to a deal with Ottawa on a new pipeline project to British Columbia's north coast, a project that BC opposes. But it also comes as BC says it supports a move to maximize capacity in the Trans Mountain expansion. It could add hundreds of thousands more barrels of oil per day. Tyson Fedor explains.
Pipeline politics are intensifying between Alberta, BC, and Ottawa.
Canada is an energy superpower, doing that responsibly, sustainably.
BC has now announced support for maximizing capacity in the Trans Mountain pipeline, adding about 360,000 barrels of oil per day. Currently, it's operating at around 85%. Trans Mountain CEO in August says Ottawa should focus on capacity before new projects.
Optimize the kit that you have, which you can do in steps over time, and then add capacity as it's needed. And then you have time to evaluate the bigger issue, which is, do you need another pipeline somewhere?
Adding more capacity would include more pump stations and looping pipes to increase oil flow.
BC is essentially saying that Alberta should be able to get its oil to market. BC benefits if we can, dredge the Second Narrows Bridge. That allows for other types of ships to make it. Into that harbor.
However, Premier David Eby continues to oppose any pipeline project through northern BC ending on the BC north coast.
Let's figure out how we expand the capacity at the TMX pipeline, a pipeline that we fought tooth and nail and was imposed on us by Ottawa. But let's sit down at the table and figure out a path forward. But instead of that, all we get is a $20 million PR exercise from a premier who's in political trouble.
And for a project to the coast to be approved, that federal oil tanker ban would have to be lifted, something CTV News has learned is being negotiated.
We're doing the technicals on a new pipeline to the northwest BC coast. We have a potential to also do something similar to Churchill.
Alberta and Ottawa are expected to sign a memorandum of understanding that could include scrapping the planned emissions cap and stronger industrial carbon pricing.
I would be surprised if the MOU gives any kind of certainty to a North Coast pipeline.
Premier Danielle Smith remains hopeful Alberta can add more oil supply to the market.
What we're seeing is that there's a change in the public dialogue about the need for oil and natural gas.
And Tyson joins us now. Tyson, the Premier has alluded to it, that there is still some work to do before she submits the project to Ottawa for approval.
Premier Danielle Smith said she wanted a new pipeline project to the BC North Coast before Grey Cup Sunday on that major projects list from Ottawa. It did not happen. However, she did say today that the province is working through technical details of what that project could look like before submitting it to the major projects office in Ottawa before spring is the timeline she is giving at this point. No private backers have come forward to put millions of dollars into the current proposed project, but those may be some of those technical details the Premier is hoping will take place before spring. Back to you.
Okay, Tyson, thank you.